What is the purpose of life? I was just thinking about this in the shower. I mean, it's a question that has been asked a million times, and will probably be asked for eternity, again and again. But for me, I think it just comes down to two different schools of thought. The first one being just enjoying the experience, enjoying life, finding joy and happiness in life, right? That's one school of thought. Other school of thought would be, you gotta make the most of it. You gotta push yourself to the limit, be the best version of yourself that you can, right? Which is kind of contradictory because it's kind of opposites, kind of, right? I kind of tend more to uh, just find happiness, find peace and happiness, and enjoy life. But of course, it also is the easier one, the easier position to take, because, and this is the position where addicts fall into. Myself also having been addicted to numerous things, I know this is the position where, you know, addicts fall into, because just just happiness, become happy, find joy. That's why people take drugs, right? It gives them peace, it gives them joy, happy, it gives them a good feeling, right? And if that's the highest goal in life, then you're going to become a drug addict, because you're just going to, yeah, I'm just going to take this drug because it makes me feel good. And then I'll do it again when I feel bad. And then, but of course, you could also take another approach to this side, the happiness side. You could take the approach that, you know, it must be true happiness, right? Not some kind of fake, right? Even when you're depressed, to find joy in that experience somehow. I don't know. And that's somewhere in the middle. Like, just enjoy uh, even the bad experiences. Just go with it. And of course, there's many, many different schools of thinking about the purpose of life. But those are just two perspectives, I guess. Two of them. Just enjoying, trying to find joy in life, trying to find happiness, right? Which is important. But I don't think you can just get the purpose of life down to one school of thought. I think it has to be a balanced assortment of many different perspectives, right? Because the other perspective of pushing yourself, to push yourself forward, right? Push yourself to do things that are uncomfortable and stuff. I think that's probably gonna result in more happiness long term, right? Even though when you push yourself in the short term, it's just gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna be, it's not gonna feel great. But then in the long term, it might actually result in more happiness. So then it's kind of the same as this, right? It's just different approach, right? The one perspective is like try to get to the happiness, right? But there's ways to get to happiness which are actually not going to work long term, like addiction. And then push yourself. It's kind of on the it it's the goal, or not, the goal is the same, but result of happiness is the same, because when you push yourself, at some point you're going to end up being happy because you push yourself, because you get to a place that's better than before. And so you end up with actually probably more happiness than if you just chase happiness. So that's just a thought of mine. I just was thinking about this in the shower, and I thought I record it and see what you guys think. What do you think about this? What's more important, finding happiness or pushing yourself forward? Or do you think it's somewhere in the middle? Because I definitely would think it's somewhere in the middle. Or maybe it's different at times, you know? Sometimes it's better for you to just find some happiness in the day, and sometimes it's better to push yourself. But it's definitely the harder approach to push yourself, because you don't want to. You just don't want to, right? Or maybe, I mean, some people have probably more drive than others, right? And that might be a psychological thing. That might be some sort of conditioning. Because I myself, bro, I have no motivation. I have motivation to do things and to get better at things, but those are mostly things that, you wouldn't consider productive, right? I love doing music. Or I shouldn't even say that. Like, well, I do. I do love doing music, but I have to push myself to do it. I don't have intrinsic drive or motivation to do that. Even though at some level I enjoy it, but apparently not enough so that I just want to do it. On the other hand, like playing video games. I mean, I play competitive video games like League of Legends or, but that's easy, right? I don't know why. It's something about it is just like, yeah, it's easy. And yes, I do try to improve. And those are like being good at competitive video games is not easy either. But it's much easier to just get into a game than to sit down and say, okay, I'm going to be productive now. At least for me. I don't know if that's some kind of conditioning in my mind. Like other people might be wired differently, right? They might be, conditioned to want to do the things, right? To push themselves, to do things that they would consider productive. Because I don't consider playing video games productive at all. Or, like what I'm doing now, making a video and just talking free out of my mind. I don't consider that productive, but it's easy for me, so I do it. And yeah, I don't know. It might be just me. I think most people have that, though, right? This inhibition to want to do something productive. And maybe we're all like that. I don't know. But it definitely seems like there's some people out there that just they want to push themselves and they want to be productive. It comes like maybe it's probably their conditioning, honestly, or it's just who they are, right? But yeah, I wish I could be like that because I really want to be more productive and create more content on YouTube or whatever. I always, I've always had interesting ideas of what to do and music and music videos. I was all kinds of stuff. But then actually putting that into action takes quite the effort. And I don't find myself to have the motivational energy readily available to just push through it. Sometimes I sit down and start doing music, but then, 5 minutes later I stop because I'm just like, meh, I don't really care. What is it like? I don't have maybe I'm missing purpose, or I don't know what it is. But yeah, how do you feel about this? Like, does it is it easy for you to leave a comment below? Is it easy for you to be productive, to just go and push yourself and do the things you want to do, or do you have to like discipline yourself and just, you know, do you need other people to remind you, you know, um, to motivate you, or is it just something that's like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Where I'm just gonna do the things I want to do and push through it, and because I really don't get, I don't have, I don't have anyone to motivate me, right? I'm all on my own, basically. I don't have no one who's like, yeah, come on, bro, finish that song that you started yesterday, or like, yo, bro, come on, do some painting, paint more. You should paint more, bro. Do it. Or yeah, I have like there's no one like that in my life. I think most people maybe have someone like that, right? And yeah, but of course I can't just say that's the problem, because I believe I should be able to achieve my goals and do the things that I want to do and that I deem as productive on my own. But it's apparently it's pretty hard, at least to me. So I'll conclude this video with that, and yeah, leave some comments below, please. Like how do you approach life? You know, just would you do you just look to be happy and to enjoy life, or do you look to push yourself, you know, to be as productive as you can? And yeah, if so, you know, is it also hard for you? Do you need people to push you? What is your experience of that? All right. This is the end of the video, and I wish you a nice day, and you know, have a good one.